Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel Mal3421, and it's another tutorial video today, probably the last one I'm going to do for Hearts of Iron, and it is going to be about espionage. Well, at least the main point of it is. I'm also going to be talking about DLC and mods, and there'll probably be even more stuff in there as well. So first of all, I'll start here because I'm going to explain to you DLC and mods. So first, DLC. You have a few different types of DLC. I have the expansion ones, so that's Together for Victory, Death or Dishonor, Waking the Tiger, Man the Guns, and La Resistance. Each of these all cost money to buy and give expansion to the game in one way or another. Then you simply have content and unit packs. So you have the Anniversary Pack, Poland United and Ready, which gives a focus tree for Poland. So only one that I know of that gives you an actual focus tree for another nation. You have Historical German Portraits, and then there's this one, the Rocket Launch Unit Pack. There are a few more DLCs, but I don't have any of those really because they're not expansion. So, and all I really care about are the expansion ones. But anyway, that's those ones done. Now there's mods, of which I did kind of cover how there are many different mods in this. If you click on this one, it goes to Manage Mods. And it shows you all different mods we've got. I've got quite a few in here, and a lot of them, like it says here, they are missing something or requires a certain game version, of which I will tell you how to explain it, but change that in a minute. But basically, there are a few different types of mods. You have, or at least a few different types of categories of mods. So you have alternate history mods, which are kind of one end where you have things like where is it? You have things like you have you have the Kaiserreich. You have Kaiserreich. Trying to find it though. Hang on a minute. Another way you can find something is by clicking the search. You search it. Kaiserreich. Here we are. Which is what if Germany won World War One? You then have other mods like In the Name of the Tsar, which is what if Russia won World War One. There are a lot of mods like that. Then you have mods which change the time it's set in. So you have this mod which sets in 1886. It's depreciated now, but it was the mod that was out. It's very old. Well, it's not very old, but it's very beta. A lot of mods are very beta. There's also the World War One mod, and there's the modern day mod, which say in World War One and the modern day. Then you have mods which can improve quality of life, which is like the Ultra Industry mod or Vanilla Plus mod, which improve the game. Then you have ones that add focus trees to the game, like Winter Wars, Scandinavian expansion, and Road to 56. Then you kind of have the mods which are just kind of silly, like Atlantic Australia, Atlantica, what if we drain the Mediterranean Sea, or World of Communists, which makes everyone communist. Or, although it's not that silly, it's still a mod, which is the USA States mod. It's not that silly, but it's kind of on the unrealistic side of things. There's also mods which add in things like releasable states or change it so you have random focuses, player-led peace conferences, or even have formable nations into the game. But anyway, I tell you how you change the version of your game. It's simple. If you're on Steam, you click this Hearts of Iron bit, you right click it, you go to manage, manage, and then you can uninstall it's not manage, it's properties, and then you go to betas, and this is none, opt out of all betas, or if you click this down arrow, should be able to. I don't know why I can't do that. Betas, you can't do it anymore, but anyway, what you could do is you could change it so you would go back into a previous version and you could play older mods, such as this. No, where is it? There is the United States mod here. This requires 1.5. You have a Treaty of Strasbourg, which requires 1.8. You have New World Order, which requires 1.6. Things like that. But yeah. Anyway, so I will load the game now, and I will come back to you when it is loaded. Okay, so now we've loaded into the game, and we are going to go start a single player new game, 1936 and the United Kingdom, because we're going to be talking about espionage. Because, of course, who has the greatest spies, most well-known spies in the United Kingdom? Which obviously, you know, isn't a good thing to have as a spy, very well known. But anyway, it doesn't matter. They're the most well known. And I will show you how to make an agency, what the different upgrades for it are, and things like that. I'm just going to turn the music off. You might not be able to hear it because I think I turned it off. But anyway, so it's not one of the notifications that you have, this intelligence agency, but what you do, you click this one which looks like an eye. And it's create intelligence agency, and it'll give you this, MI6, and it's already selected the first one, which will do that. And it's going to take 30 days and use 5 of my civilian factories. As you can see here, using 5 of them. And something I don't like is it always takes you to the operatives map mode, which is a bit awkward, but anyway. I will just continue as if this was a normal game until that's recruited, and then I will show you where it goes from there. We are almost there. As you can see, the game, for me, it runs really slow, but I'm sorry about this. If I was actually recording, and I did pause the recording during this time, if I was recording, it probably would have been another 15 minutes longer on the video. And I know we're only like 7 minutes in now. And here you go. It's finished now. So let's go details. So you can see now you have multiple things here. You have, click on this. It doesn't matter really which one you click on because it always brings up the same thing. And you have the intelligence branch. So that's economy or civilian intelligence, army department, naval department, and air force department. You have defense, passive defense, and anti-partisan. So these give you more intelligence than other people. Air, navy, army, and civilian. Passive defense increases counterintelligence. Anti-partisan improves root out resistance missions. Then these are different types of operations. These pills, they mean that you they are less likely to get information from us, and they will die more likely if they get caught. Plus explosives improve sabotage efficiency and strengthen resistance efficiency. Invisible ink is intelligence gain from operatives and things. Down here you have operative training, so these improve the missions. Interrogation techniques is pretty useful because it means you get more intel from people and you're more likely to catch people. But the really important one is this one down here, the cryptology department, which allows you to start decrypting people's codes, basically. It will take 29 days to recruit an operative and 30 days to form the department. But yeah, I'll show you what happens when you recruit an operative, and while we're waiting for that, I will explain what spy master is. So you can see here, you need to have an agency with 3 different branches to become a spy master. It costs 50 political power, and the spy master, you're able to control more operatives, where the amount depends on the size of your faction. But there can only be 1 spy master per faction, and if someone's already in your faction is a spy master, you have to ask them, can you become the spy master instead? So yeah, it's pretty simple, but a bit complicated as well. It's probably really good if you China in a historical path, because the Chinese United Front, you get everybody on your side, and then if you did Spy Master, you would get loads of spies so you could infiltrate Japan. With spies, what you can do is you can damage wall support and stability, with one of their missions. One of their missions is propaganda. And obviously you can damage that, and if that gets damaged, they will obviously be more likely to surrender. They'll gain less command power, and they will get more troops trained slower. Stability, it will also damage their output, their consumer goods, their resistance, strength, and their political power gain. So it is pretty useful actually. But anyway, we're still waiting for these to be recruited. I will meet you all when that's happened. So now you can see that there is a new thing up here, and this form department finishes a day later. There's a new thing up here which is saying you need to recruit a new operative, which you get a selection like this, and you can scroll down and see what they are. This shows their nationality, and things. This one says he's a double agent. I think we'll go with him though, because he'll be useful. Because if they have the same nationality as the country you staged them in, they will be less likely to be caught. And so the form department is finished, so you can choose a new thing. I probably will choose this one, which will give me more decryption power, which helps to decrypt someone's code. So if we click on Germany, because we want to go toward Germany, if we click on Germany, it will start decoding them, and it will do it in 960 days. And at the moment, this person's doing counterintelligence, so he's stopping any other spies coming into the country. He's looking for other spies in the country. But there are a few other things you can do. You can build an intel network, you can quiet intel network, he can boost ideology, he can propaganda, he can spread propaganda, he can root out resistance, control trade, or diplomatic pressure. The one you usually want to do with your first one is build a intel network, and obviously we want to do it on Germany, so we will send him to Germany. But he can also quiet intel. This builds one, so it will grow over time. As you can see, 193 days, it'll be grown. Quiet intel network will mean he can be the only one in the country, and he will make sure the intel network stays up, but it won't grow any further than it already needs to go. Boost ideology will gain support for democracy, which is, if you played the game before the update, this is how you would do it. You would now click this, go to the country you wanted to boost, put them in the country you wanted to boost, and then select the ideology. Usually it's only the ideology you already are. Propaganda, like I said, daily stability drift is by minus 0.05, so it's very small, but you can improve this, and the same for war support. But it's small, but it's every day, so if you think about it, it's 0.05 every day. So after 10 days, that's 0.5. After 100, that's 5%. It builds up. Then you have root out resistance, which it brings the resistant target down. Control trade, which means that you'll probably get more resources from them because you improve trade opinion. And diplomatic pressure, which usually you use for neutral countries because its daily diplomatic pressure goes up by 0.4. Daily world tension requirements goes down by 0.1% per day. But anyway, what I need to explain now is resistance. So if we go to occupied territories here, and you will see that some of these nations can be resisting. Well, at the moment they're not, because we're not at war and things, and there's high compliance. But basically, there is this. When this gets to 90%, they can rebel against you. So say resistance in Egypt, every state in Egypt, an average was 90%. They would rebel against me, and they'd just be a normal ideology, probably neutral. They would rebel against me and declare war on me. And then I'd have to take them out, and they'd probably still have high resistance. But there's also compliance as well, which if compliance is above 80% and you are not democratic, you can create collaboration government in that state. And yeah, then that effectively, well, it becomes known as, say, oh god, sorry. Say it's Egypt again, it would become known as British Egypt, and it would be released here, similar colour to Britain, but not the same colour as Britain. And yeah, I think that's all about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Put down in the comments if there's anything else you want me to cover, because obviously this is the last video in the series. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all later. Bye.